Hello viewers and welcome to part 7 of the Clueless Cat Does Final Fantasy XIV story playthrough as per requested by Twitch viewers. More bad monotone dialogue incoming. Now where we left off, I just joined the Grand Company for Ul'dah and we're getting a Chocobo. You are from now on known as Yamato. I dare say he likes his name. Here's your very own Chocobo whistle. Simply blow into it and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in crowded city areas or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your Chocobo rider's license as is required by law. And that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your Chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. Okay. Okay, gonna learn it, and that means I can now mount when I am not in a city place, in a dungeon, or being attacked by monsters. And also, if you, when you get to this part, if you have a character that's at level 30, you can go to Camp Tranquil in South Shroud and begin my feisty little Chocobo quest. It is not required for main story progression, so I'm probably going to do it off of stream as well as off of recording. But what it enables you to do is use Gasol Greens to summon it as a fighting companion, which is kind of nice. So let's pray return to the Waking Sands. Which means I can use every darn mount I have. Like my fat cat, because who doesn't like bloated cat? This thing is so cute. It was worth the money I spent on it, considering I got it on sale. Welcome back, Amber. Lady Minfilia awaits you within. Okay. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are very fortunate to have you with us, Amber. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Teteroon, please show them in. This way, sirs. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I am... God's man, spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service. I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts. And so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Run. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea. And I count myself blessed to have been given the chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Sylph management. Minfilia needs you to investigate the Sylphs. Okay.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Time to go speak with our salad. Adder's Nest. That means we need to go to Gridania first. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the science once more if we are able to. Beg pardons. 'Tis a terrible habit of mine to think out loud, but tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? Exactly what you're talking about. We come in peace. Commander Vosel Huas has been awaiting the aid of the Scions. Yeah, that's me. Hi. I'm here to do the stuff you don't want to do. Hail, adventurer. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the Twin Adder? Hell no. Good day, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Yida and Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me your quest in the name of the Scions are late. Quite so, Commander. Little Bird told us that the Twin Adders was in need of an adventuring prowess. Aye, your Little Bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that. we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelveswood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the Elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for that reason that the Sylphs' relation to the primal Rama has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Ram or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you scions come in. Okay. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little semblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorn Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly parley with the Sylphs. This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorn Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly parley indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Pablimo. We'll see. Onward we go. Okay, that means I'm gonna want to Lancer's Guild. Where the fairies is. Aye, the ferry docked at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to the East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorn Hut without much trouble. I'm going to tune to the Aetheryte while I'm here. Hi, my dude. Indeed, I am a Melon of the Twin Adder. I understand you're here to learn of the Sylphs, yes? For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot. Particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more? You do well to speak with the master of this hut, Rolf. he's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. Sylphic Studies. Rolf Hawthorne, patriarch of the beekeeping Hawthorne family, is said to be well versed in the Sylphic customs. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing, they're peculiar folk. How peculiar, ask? Well, just let me tell you. Beg pardon, friend, my memory's just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before, you might have more luck with them. The Sylphs? Yes, Father's told me stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You'd do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Hee hee. The quickest way to a quiver woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't ever think of trying to foist your foodstuffs on a Sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. The Sylphs? Inveterate tricksters and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawing marble faces on our masks, the next they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. Ah, of course, hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yet nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A Sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. It just may help win the favor of your forest friends. You're weird. First impressions. Rolf Hawthorne would share further knowledge to assist you in befriending the Sylphs. Oh, still here, eh? Great! There's one more thing you should know about the Sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you'd do well to bring along drat. What was it again? And my wife Rose and I were just speaking the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. A peace offering for the Sylphs. Were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past the other front doorstep, dear. No, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milkroot? That's what we call the root of the most fiendish seedkin, the ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying the stuff, but the Sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen ochu around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow, with some of this amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck. No, not my syrup. Oh well, let's go to the east. Yeah, you try to poison a healer. That's not going to go so well. Now to go more east to the hut. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Yeah, milkroot. Milkroot, but of course, those sylphs quaff that cloudy stuff as quick as a flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milkroot will have the sylphs calling you friend and sister the moment they lay eyes on you. Now let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. First contact. Rolf has gift wrapped your offering in preparation for your journey into the Sylphs' domest. I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milkroot well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from the god's awful stench. The Sylphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in Chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the Moorbowl that put an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. We're more important matters to attend to today, yes? The Sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend, and do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it if you'd regale me with your adventuring tales. Get plaster juice, you got it. Okay. And afore I forget, don't go traipsing off just yet. Amelaine here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young Sylph by the name of Comuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion, and has the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne Hut has furnished you with some of that malodorous root the Sylphs so adore. I have something of far greater import for you to deliver, a missive from the Elder Seedseer herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Ixal has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not press upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Okay, time to go speak with our salad. Walking One is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story. But this one expects no such thing. Walking One should go home and leave this one be. Dance. This one would welcome Walking One who moves like these ones. If Walking One would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so Walking One should speak with quick tongue. Walking One would bring gift to this one. Walking One is much kind. Here's a milkroot in the letter. Walking One brings milkroot. Milkroot fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks. Gives many, many thanks. Walking One carries message for Elder One? This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking One should not worry. Hello there. We're envoys from Gridania and we're here to treat with your people. Aye, we have come to pay our respects to your elder and to learn from him more of your lord Ramu. Who are these ones? These walking ones come from Gridania? Walking One became a dancing one and brought milk root, but Walking One tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder One is busy. Walking One should go home. Go home, you say, but the Sylphs of Little Solace have always welcomed Gridania envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Amber here is an oath of peace penned by the Elder Seedseer herself. Still you would refuse us. This one's reasons are no business of Walking One's. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking Ones waste everyone's time. Well, I never turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Amber's jig insufficiently jiggly? I'm as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. It would seem we've no choice but to ask round and see how we might earn their trust. Dance, dance, diplomacy. Yida has a notion of how one might earn the Sylph's trust. Say, Amber, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing. You went through all that trouble to learn the Sylph's traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any of them. Why, if I were a Sylph, I'd be beside myself delight to see an adventure expressing an interest in my culture. Me? Of course I'd be happy to join. Ow, ow. There go those bloody leg cramps of mine acting up again. Okay, so I have to dance for the little salads. Hi, Cabbage. I have to dance for you. Ooh, Walking One knows Jolly Dance. Jolly Dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. Walking One would be a friend to these ones? This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps the ways of weaving a secret. Even if the Walking One learned the secret, Walking One could not weave in the same way. Yeah, difference between us, dear. I'm not salad. I think I dance better than salad. Ah, Walking One is a friend to these ones. Friendly like gracious Elder One of the Forest City. Knows how to dance into these ones' hearts. Why can't more people be excited just by you dancing for them? Amber, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and high spirits to all of Little Solace. The better news? Why, I've thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Onward to our next adventure. Yeah, nice. As soon as I'm done doing the hard work, your leg cramps suddenly magically disappear, right, Yida? Forest friend, Papalima has a notion of how you might endear yourself to the Sylphs of Little Solace. Amber, as an adventurer, you're no stranger to helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero overnight. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. The Sylphs who make their home in Little Solace do so, having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled Sylphs and see what might be done to ease their worries. A sound plan, would you not say? That said, the Sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You would be better off inquiring with Healer Emedia of the Gridanians who reside here. She is most likely to be privy to the Sylphs' troubles. Hi. What's bugging him? Praise be to the elementals. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with a truly gentle heart. The Sylphs of Little Solace are sorely in need of aid. Pray hear me out. Yeah, I kind of want him here. Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants for amenities, not least a stout set of defenses. Consequently, beasts from moms around are free to wander in and terrorize the hapless residents. The Ziz Gorlins and Galnats that roam these parts are especially troublesome, but slaying one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you could gather 3 brownie bushes as well. They play an important role in Sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, and what with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easily come by. When you are done with the deeds, seek out Camuxio. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. My own experience speaks to this. So go on a higher level class, kill stuff and collect stuff. Sounds easy enough. Hi, you look like you want to die. Whoops, I pulled another one. It's to be expected when I'm twice the level and I have a Chocobo. Brownie bush. Weird name to name a fungi, huh? But I guess if you're talking about the Sylphs, it kind of makes sense. And then go kill a bug. And this is going to be a turn-in, so don't mind me. As I'm leveling up, I'm going to be switching classes to try and keep the experience flowing on my other classes. Dancing One is still here? Dancing One can dance all day. This one's trust is not so easily earned. You want some brownie brushes? Will that do it? Dancing One brings brownie brushes for this one? This one can dye thread once more. This one is pleased. Dancing One kills bitey buzzy ones? This one hates bitey buzzy ones. Dancing One is kind. Too kind. Many walking ones come to these abode, but few are friendly like Dancing One. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust Dancing One after all. Presence of the enemy. Camuxio of Little Solace would entrust you with a task. This one asked Dancing One for forgiveness. These ones have many troubles since walking ones last came to our abode. This one must be careful, always careful. But Dancing One is not like other walking ones. This one can trust Dancing One. This one would ask Dancing One for help. Strange walking ones with bodies of steel come to the home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones come from Empire. Where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall and bushes burn. These ones' home is in danger. Danger! This one begs of Dancing One to help this one no more. Dancing One is friends with these ones and walking ones, yes? Dancing One must speak to these ones here and walking ones in Hut House and find out more. This one has bad feeling. This one fears steel ones are after something, but this one should speak no more. Go, Dancing One. This one depends on kindness of Dancing One. Hello, Nathaxio. Shush, shush, this one says. Steel walking ones are scary, like touched ones. This one hates scary, and scary ones have scary friends. Strange steel walking ones? Yes, this one has seen. Steel walking ones carry big boxes. Maybe walking ones hunt for shiny treasure? This one likes treasure. No, no scary. Uh-oh. I just realized I switched to a gathering class by accident. And it's a level 1, so if anything sees me, I'm dead. Well, that could have turned very, very bad. Men clad in strange armor? Why, now that you mention it, I did see some suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. I simply assumed they were adventurers. You can't tell the difference between adventurers and Garleans. I am very glad that you are not employed by the guard. Fearsome types clad head to toe in steel, you say? Imperial soldiers, no doubt. I couldn't tell what they're plotting, but I'm sure it's nothing good. They never plot anything good. Well, considering all they want to do is conquer us, yeah, usually nothing good. This one is happy to see Dancing One return. What did Dancing One learn? This one sees steel walking ones come from Empire, carry boxes and go walking deep, deep through trees. As this one thought, steel walking ones are up to nasty, no good things. This one knows forest well. Steel walking ones try to hide, but this one will find them. This one would borrow Dancing One's map. This one makes mark, right here. This is where steel ones hide, this one knows. Dancing One will go looking for steel ones, yes? Okay. They didn't go very deep at all, did they? Okay, suspicious boxes. Dancing One is back. This one breathes sigh of relief. This one was worried. Dancing One found something? Yep, here you go. Dancing One found paper inside a box? This is a message from Empire? This one can read Walking One's symbols. Message paper has names of food and rocks. Food and rocks were inside boxes. This one knows. But this one does not understand. Food and rocks mentioned all come from home of these ones. How do steel walking ones know to find them? Is there sneaky one hiding behind one's wings, snooping one selling secrets to steal walking ones? This one fears for this one's home, but dancing one has helped this one much today. Dancing one must promise to always be friend to these ones. Okay. Brotherly love. Camuxio is pining for a wayward friend. Helpful ones arrive at good time. This one needs helpful one's help. One of these ones named Claxio ventured outside Little Solace alone. Alone is unsafe. Helpful one must find Claxio. Okay. Claxio struck west after leaving the settlement. Hurry before Claxio ends up in the belly of a beastly one. Claxio, go right back this instant. What? Walking one wants this one to return to Little Solace? Don't make this one laugh. This one is weary of living with those who are not these ones. This one wants to be alone. These ones rely on walking ones for everything. No better than those ones that summit a primal one. Small wonder this one chose to leave. This one thought this a likely place to build a home, but then meddling one arrives. Forces this one to go deeper into the forest. Meddling one is forbidden from following this one. Away with meddling one. Sorry, your friend's an idiot. They're going to be turned into coleslaw. What? Claxio refuses to return to these ones and went deeper into the forest. But this one saw touch ones lurking in the forest. Helpful one must hurry and find Claxio. Helpful one should search for spools of thread on the forest floor. Those things will lead helpful one to Claxio, but hurry before touched ones take Claxio away. Those are some pretty big spools of thread I'm supposed to be following here. How does a little thing like that carry big spools of thread like that? Solo duty. Meddling one is back? This one told meddling one to be gone. Tell Camuxio that this one will never go back. Never. Touch one should go away too. This one is a good one. Everyone should just leave this one alone. Be on guard, Amber. These Sylphs have been tempered, brought under the thrall of the primal Ramu. Akin to the Amalja temper to Ifrit, these Sylphs exist only to serve their deity. They'll not answer to words, only steel. I take no pleasure in this, but it must be done. We making coleslaw. Claxio, these ones are your friends. Come with these ones. Serve Primal one together. No, this one is good one. We'll never go with bad ones. Meddling one, not smart to anger this one. This one has many friends in the forest. Hurry up, Pablimo. I can't bear this stench any longer. I'm doing the best I can. If we dispatch the Sylphs, surely. A Moorball? Things were going so well. There's something not right about this Moorball. Ignore it and focus your attacks on the Sylphs. No, not Stinky One. Stinky One is scary. Stinky One stink makes this one's head go spinning. Amber, Pablimo, I can handle this beast. You take care of the Sylphs. The Sylphs are dead, but okay. This one is safe? This one was so scared. Claxio, this one has been worried, so very worried. Is Claxio unharmed, still in possession of wits? Camuxio, our meddling one, and meddling one as well. Why are these two here? These two came to rescue Claxio. That Claxio is safe fills this one with joy. Camuxio, forgive this one. This one did not mean to run away from Little Solace. This one was just afraid. These ones who live at Little Solace were changing, becoming friendly with other ones. This one feared that these ones were forgetting who these ones are, like touched ones did. But this one was wrong. This one can see that now. Meddling, helpful one. This one is grateful. This one will return to Little Solace to be with Camuxio and friendly ones. Well, that should see to that. What say we return to Little Solace as well? I, for one, could do with a nice hot bath. Well, I didn't get friendly with a marble, so I think I'm fine there. This one thought Claxio was lost forever. Helpful ones saved Claxio. Now these ones can be family again. This one has known many walking ones, even many kind walking ones, but Helpful One is kindest and strongest of all. Helpful One is a hero to these ones. Helpful One will bring these ones and walking ones closer together. This one knows. This one would take Helpful One to see Elder One. But Elder One is missing? Spirited away. Camuxio would make a confession to you. This one must ask Kind One's forgiveness. This one made promise to take Kind One to see Elder One, yes? But this one cannot. This one cannot because Elder One is not here. Elder One is not anywhere. Elder One went to forest yesterday but has not come back. This one is worried. Elder One often goes into forest but never for this long. Kind One will help find Elder One, yes? Near where Elder One disappeared is the home of a walking one named Buscarron. Buscarron may know what happened to Elder One. This one would talk to Buscarron, but walking ones do not always trust these ones. Would Kind One talk to Buscarron for this one? And Kind One comes from Gridania, yes? In Gridania live many kind ones, yes? This one begs of Kind One, please go to Gridania and ask fellow kind ones for help. And please hurry. These ones are not safe until Elder One returns. Okie dokie. To Gridania I'll go. Well, if it isn't our intrepid ambassador, how fare your diplomatic efforts with the Sylph tribes? Their elder one's gone missing, you say? Why, if he were to end up in the hands of the tempered ones, we'd have a crisis on our hands. You can assure the Sylphs that my sharpest-eyed serpents will be on the lookout night and day. No stone must be left unturned. I would ask you to call upon Guiamoka at Bent Branch Meadows and deliver the message that the wood whalers are needed in the search effort. A message from Commander Heliox, you say? The Sylph Elder has vanished? Worry not, friend. The wood whalers have eyes under every leaf, behind every branch. If the Elder is anywhere in these forests, we shall find him. No, this way. Well met, adventurer. We have the finest grog and grub this side of... Not here to fill your belly, then? Ah, hunger for news, is it? Aye, there's been talk of a sylph lurking hereabouts, but I couldn't rightly say if it be the elder you seek. Those woodland scamps are all look alike. Short of painting one red and another one blue, most folks would struggle to tell two of them apart. If you've the time, mayhap you could stay a while and see what the gods have in store. You never know, you might even stumble across a Sylph elder yourself. Druther's house rules. Buscarron could use an adventurer to douse a fight brewing at his establishment. No word on the Sylph Elder yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. In the meantime, how about doing a favor for old Buscarron in return? Right, then let's put you to work. There's a customer outside who's spoiling for a fight, and I need you to cool him off for me. No need to go cracking any skills though, just take this tub of cold water and douse the drunkard. Tends to do the trick. My patrons can swill grog all night and carouse loud enough to wake the dead if they wish, but as soon as it turns violent, I've got to put my boot down. Splish splash, here's your bath. Nuffica's tears, that's cold. What do you mean, no fighting? This Duskwit scum was. Yeah, I know the rules. That bastard gets to keep his skin for now. Nicely done, Amber. I'll not have my patrons picking fights with each other over a bit of petty prejudice. In case you didn't see, the bloke who caught the brunt of that outburst is a dusk-white Elysian. There are people who shun cities to live in the wilds, making them no better than brigands in the eyes of many. To be fair, the Duskwights can be an unruly lot, but they ain't so bad once you get to know them. And it doesn't seem right to bar a whole race of people from the Druthers for the misdeeds of a few. There should be at least one place where anyone willing to pay the coin and drink in peace is welcome, don't you think? Never forgetting. The eponymous proprietor of Buscarron Druthers has need of an able adventurer. No surprise there. I appreciate all the good you've done for our patrons. If you aren't disinclined, I have a favor of my own to ask you. There's a Kikirian friend of mine, you see, name of Teteroon, a good lad. It was right after the calamity that I came across him fallen in the shroud. He nearly died in all the havoc, so I took him in and nursed him back to health, best I could. He worked here at my druthers for a spell after that, got to talking about striking out on his own, he did, and not long after he cast his lot with a merchant bound for Lenotia. Well, it just so happens I got to cleaning up around here and came across something of his, this scarlet earring. I know he was fond of the thing, but he must have forgotten it when he left, so I'd like you to see that it gets to him. Can't say for sure where he ended up, but might be a friend of mine can. A Rogadin fellow named by Bensing. You can find him on Hawker's Alley in Limsa Lominsa. He knows everything of the comings and goings of merchants there. Aetheryte, got it. You found your way to Hawker's Alley, friend. A Kikirian that worked at the Druthers? Ah, you speak a Teteroon. Related to that Kyokurun bloke just over there by some blood or another. Two of them put in together and were making good coin, but old Teteroon up and left Limsa not long ago. Couldn't say as to why or where. You're better off asking Kyokurun himself. He can be tight of lip, though, I warn ya. Best to take this chicken egg with ya, little bastard loves the bloody things. Good to hear about old Busk, though. Sounds as though he ain't changed a bit, just like him to send a venture along. Too shy to come his own self. Gods, I miss drinking with that fool. Customer, be welcome. Not customer? Not come with custom? Kyokurun, busy with business, too busy for blather. Have an egg. Chicken egg! Kyokurun love chicken egg. Love chicken egg more than love customer. Looking for Teteroon? Teteroon no here no more. Teteroon leave Limsa. Teteroon go look for sparklies. Now work at trading post. Good trading post. Forget where trading post is. Weinberg no Teteroon. Weinberg no trading post. Weinberg at ferry docks. You go to ferry docks. Kyokurun forget things. Weinberg remember things. You talk to Weinberg, not Kyokurun. Okay, fishing guild we are. Teteroon? I seen him. That is to say, I saw him. He was headed somewhere up north by way of the ferry to Aleport. Might as well head there and see what you can suss out. The skipper here can take you there. When you arrive, I'd start by asking Aldfoot. He's an old hand, what knows a great deal about a great many things. Okay, Aleport it is. Teteroon? I saw him. That is to say, I seen him. He took himself north through Skull Valley into Oakwood. Was looking for a place run by his fellow Kikirian. I reckon he meant the one right on the shore of Bronze Lake. Memaroon's trading post. Follow the road and you're sure to find it. Okay, north. Customer, be welcome. Not customer, not come with custom. Bring something for Teteroon? Yep. Here's a scarlet earring. Teteroon, forget this. Forget it, druthers. Teteroon swore would never forget earring, but never forgot. What? But never forget forgot? Teteroon thank. Teteroon thank. Good Buscarron doing good. Good Buscarron good to Teteroon. Teteroon miss good Buscarron. Sigh. Money. Microbrewing. Teteroon has places for you to go and thingies for you to get. Good Buscarron help Teteroon. Teteroon dead without good Buscarron. Must give thanks. Many, many thanks. Teteroon make Kickerin firewater for Buscarron. Buscarron love firewater. You help Teteroon make firewater? Need thingies to make. Need many, many thingies. Need coral pup whiskers. Need 3 good coral pup whiskers. Well, if it gets Mimir the Boss Fate music, you know, over and done with, I'll go. Thank you. Oh, they have Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi for you. Okay, back to the scroon. Teteroon make firewater for Buscarron. You bring thingies Teteroon need? You brought all thingies. Teteroon make firewater now. Make good firewater for Buscarron. Teteroon, start making firewater now. Good firewater take time. More time, more good. You come back later. No. Like fine wine, Teteroon appears to have finished his gift for Buscarron. Teteroon, make firewater. Good firewater. You take to Buscarron. Good firewater for good Buscarron. Tell Buscarron, no drink now. Tell put away 1 year. 1 year makes best flavor. Teteroon helps Buscarron happy. Teteroon gives Buscarron thank yous. Many thank yous. You tell Buscarron. Teteroon, make big shop someday. Biggest shop in Eorzea. Make many sparklies. All thanks to good Buscarron. Wi-Fi. Here we go. Ah, you've returned. Thank you for seeing Teteroon's belongings to him. What's this, for me? Yeah. Aged ear. Kikir firewater, so he remembers my fondness for the drink, does he? Why, that old... Ah, bloody hells. Who's cutting onions back there? He says to shelve it for a year, does he? Aye, that sounds about right. I hate to have to wait, but I reckon it'll be worth it. This stuff has an aroma and body unlike any other drink I know. It's going to be a long year. But what say you come back then, friend? We'll see if we can't make it through this bottle together. No, I'm going to be doing other things, but thanks for the offer, I guess. Maybe not so much. Sylphish concerns. If Buscarron had his druthers, he'd have an adventure with whom to share talk of Sylphs. There was word while you were away. Sylphs were seen in the wood, but near no lands of their own. No, this was a place near to here. A place we've never known a Sylph to come. Something must have given them cause to venture this far. More than like the missing Sylph elders among them. Here, I've marked the tract where they were sighted on your map. Go see if there's anything to be seen. You have Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi. Okay, there's 2 areas done. Or 3. Now I just need 2 more and no Wi-Fi. Buscarron. So, was there aught to be found in the wood? What did you come to? Garleans in this part of the 12 wood? First Sylphs, now Garleans, and all in the same place. Cannot be mere coincidence. Might the Garleans be following the Sylphs? Tracking them or giving chase, mayhap? But no, not this far into the forest. The Whalers' spires are everywhere. Imperials could never have stolen past them all. How in the bloody hells could they? Unless someone guided them through. Someone who knew where the spires stand and when the Whalers watch. A Gridanian traitor. Sounds about right. Nouveau riche. Buscarron has more work for a willing adventurer. I'm glad you've come, friend. There's something I want to talk to you about. You know, I said I thought we might have a traitor in our midst. Someone was aiding the Garleans. Well, I'm thinking I may have identified our suspect. There's a regular of mine who used to dine on thin soup and sip his pint on account of not being able to afford another. But of late, he's taken to ordering my best wines and the finest cuts of meat I can lay my hands on. Were he a merchant, I'd probably think nothing of it, but this lad's a wood whaler. And wood whalers don't earn that kind of coin. By chance, I am musing on where the money was coming from when you first told me about the Garleans in the forest, and I couldn't help putting two and two together. Suffice it to say, if a whaler's working for the Empire, none of us is safe. The lad I'm talking about goes by the name of Laurentius. Last I heard, he was in the South Shroud. Find him, Amber, and if he is up to no good, put an end to it, and him if it comes to that. Yo, my dude. Can you not see I'm on patrol? Be gone. If you have business with the Whalers, take it to the barracks. I don't think so. Get your butt back here. Not long now. To think patrol routes and rations would fetch such a price. No more than I deserve, though. 'Tis little wonder the Empire has risen to such heights. If only the Whalers paid men their worth. How long have you... Help, help, help! Please come quick, my friends. It is I, Laurentius. I am under attack. That's all that came for you? One guy? Yeah, you have friends, all right. How did you just... I know nothing. I was on patrol. He just appeared. I thought you were working for the Garleans. Get your butt back here. I'm gonna beat you up for this. How long do you mean to keep this up? What is it you imagine I've done? Enough, enough, I say. It's It's over then. I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I. I meant no harm. I only wanted the coin. The whalers are good, strong. I was proud to join their ranks. Am proud, but they do not provide. They preach justice, honor, duty. But in the end, it is those with money who do as they will, who live as they will. So I sought an opportunity to change my fortunes, and took it. All I've done for money. Endangered myself, my home, everything and everyone I love. Why, my actions have put your life in danger too. And you don't care. Though you do not yet realize how much. Bloody idiot. Did you imagine that you had cornered me? It is not I who is cornered. Garleans, I brought the Makote. Don't call me a bitch. Permit me a question, if you will. Are all adventurers so deluded as to believe they can challenge the power of Garlemald? Yeah. You would need a veritable mountain of gil to fund such an endeavor. Such is the cost of fighting great power. Or of making it. Or of remaking it, as we will Gridania. This is all you brought? Just 3 idiots with lances? Yeah, this will be over soon. So that's the way of it? Swapped your hard bunk at the barracks for a feather bed in Garlemald, did ya? What to... You there, Makote, you stand here at old Busk's wish, no? Then you don't stand alone. My shield's better than yours. Cannot cure being attacked by this many people. Sorry, not sorry. Impossible. How did you best the Empire's fine? Those are not the Empire's finest, or even more own. And with bandits and poachers at your side? They are your sworn enemies. Why do they fight with you and not against you? Ah, but I know the answer only too well, Buscarron. This is his doing. His words are wont to inspire men to act, better men than I. Gods, what have I become? What have I done? I'm sorry. No more will I pursue this folly. No more lies, no more bribes. I will go to the Order of the Twin Adder and confess my crimes. There is something I would like you to tell Buscarron. Tell him Laurentius the Fool says thank you. I feel as though a veil has been lifted from before my eyes. Yeah, you don't tell them, I'm gonna tell them. And then they can hunt you. Aye, Laurentius confessed to his crimes. I just heard word from the twin adder. Seems he marched straight to the nest and gave himself up. The lad's had quite a life, you know. His mother was killed by a brigand when he was only small. As a young man, he joined the whalers, hoping to spare his fellow Gridanians the misery he'd known growing up. Trouble is, protecting Gridania is too big a job for one man, and he came to believe that he couldn't make a difference, that it was hopeless. There are few things more dangerous than desperation, and a man lost in the dark is easily drawn to the glimmer of coin. I reckon he thought that if he couldn't change the lot of his fellow man, he might as well change his own. Thing is, he was making a difference, just not on his own. Somehow, he'd failed to grasp one simple truth, that those things we cannot do alone, we must do together. Eh? He asked you to thank me, did he? Then there's good in him yet. I just hope them at Adder's Nest are able to see it. What he's done ain't easy to forgive, but I'd like to think he'd be afforded a chance to make amends. But let us leave fates to the 12. I have other news for you, Amber. The Sylph Elder has been found. Into the beast's maw. Buscarron has reliable information regarding the whereabouts of the Sylph Elder. It's taken us a fair old while, but we finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. Ahem, his name is Phrixio, and he is the eldest amongst the Sylphs of Little Solace. Long has he represented his kind in dialogue with the Gridanians. Yes, he's like a bridge between us and them, a small, leafy, green bridge that we can't find at the moment, and bridges are no use if you don't know where they are. That's why it's so important that we find them. There's an abandoned dungeon called the 1,000 Maws of Toto-Rak here in the South Shroud. 'Twas by the entrance to the place that Phrixio was seen, and not long ago, neither. If you hurry, I reckon you'll find him. Walking ones, please help this one. This one needs help to help Elder One. Poor Phrixio, poor Phrixio. Whoa, hold your chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong, nice and slow. Elder One went into Toto-Rak, but has not returned. This one is worried, so very worried. And you're right to be. The place fair crawls with nasties waiting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. What in the seven hells was he thinking, entering that bloody death trap? Elder One had no choice. Imperial ones were chasing Elder One. Please, walking ones must help Elder Ones. Help Elder One now. Ah, the fates conspires against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but Phrixio is our best hope of reaching an accord with the Sylphs. Were we to lose him, all our efforts thus far will have been for naught. I will tend to her wounds. Yida, make haste to the Adder's Nest and request assistance. Understood. Amber, go to the 1,000 Maws of Toto-Rak and see that Phrixio comes to no harm. Peace between man and Sylph rests upon your success. Okay. Boop ba boo boo boo. Dungeon time. By order of the Elder Seedseer, the dungeon known as the 1,000 Maws of Toto-Rak has been placed under the control of... What? The Sylph Elder is inside? And you are sure of this? How in the seven hells did he manage to sneak by? God strike me down for a pure blind fool. You must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to Toto-Rak is ordinarily restricted, but these are exceptional circumstances. Pray assemble a rescue party and enter as soon as you are ready. And the queue begins. Hallelujah. Now, same for other dungeons. If you have a competent healer, you can do wall-to-wall pulls. Just make sure to pop your Reprisal and Rampart when you stop and do your AoE damage to them all. If you're a healer, do not be afraid to pop Sprint and follow your tank to keep them alive. And just in case, if you are not sure on your healing, keep your Swift Cast Raise on the ready. I remember when you had to look for photo cells. So glad that isn't the case anymore. This is just a spankin' tank. The only thing is anyone within melee distance will get poison. The poison is not assumable, so if you're range, stay away from the boss to make it just a little bit easier on the healer. Ooh, love me. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Another tank and spank, but this time it's going to summon 2 smaller Ochu adds. Just pull them to you if you're a tank. If you're DPSing, completely ignore them and just focus on the boss. I wonder who the new one is, the one that got the achievement. Thanks. Okay, final boss. Tank warning, he will spawn 2 ads intermittently. Pick that up. For everyone else, just focus on the boss when he slams the ground with his tail and this green poison stuff appears. Stay out of it and kill his tail because that'll stop him from doing that. And if he spins an egg on you, move away from it. Other than that, pretty easy. If you are physical melee DPS, your limit break is single target, use it on the boss only. If you are physical range DPS, you do a line, use it when the boss's tail is up on both the boss and the tail. And if you're a spellcaster, you're an AoE, use it as well when the tail is up on the boss and the tail. Oh. Roll on loot, give commendation, get out of here. Ew. My salad got wrapped up. Ah, finally, fresh air. Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, Sinister One is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Did Walking One vanquish the many-legged one? This one is grateful to Walking One. This one is called Frixio, eldest of these ones of little solace. Salad makes my head hurt. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at Lark's call, sir. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all, where is that accursed icon hiding? No sign of our wizened friend? I'm afraid not, my lord. Shall I order that the search perimeter be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Gridanians to our presence. His Excellency bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath though I am to admit it, I have found no evidence to suggest that Ramuh will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a Sylph, I would strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what of the Sylphs we captured? A handful of them seemed to be in reasonably good health when last I looked. Apologies, my lord. I fear we may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their icon. Ah, really, Centurion? Were you not aware that vegetable brews easily? It is well that I did not entrust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness, better dead in truth than dead to one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. Useless. We are so close to completion I can fair taste it, but at this rate, No, I must be patient. Our effort will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah, yes. Though it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility, if not we? And that alone you were right, Garland. But your star is long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise. And it shall burn so bright, that Lord Van Belsar's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. Ha ha. These walking ones did for Noxia. This one is certain of it. This one fears that other taken ones also suffered the same fate. This one is convinced walking ones have black hearts, seek only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. Now, Noraxia, do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones among the walking ones, there are good ones also. Does walking one feel unwell? This one would know what brings walking one to this place. You. Came to this one's rescue at Noraxia's bidding? Then this one owes walking one a debt of gratitude. Walking one has questions about Lord Ramu? Then this one will provide answers. But first, let these ones quit this lightless place. This one will return to Little Solace. When walking one is ready, please come and see this one. These ones may speak properly then. You have hair like Ramu has beard. Then it is settled. Let this one accompany walking one outside. Report to Buscarron. Ah, you're back. Tell me the Sylph Elder as well. Thank the gods for that. I don't rightly know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm full glad Phrixio didn't come to any harm. Ah, but there I go, tempting fate. Run over to Little Solace and secure us peace with the Sylphs before aught else befalls us, eh? Rest assured, I'll send word to our friends of Charlian and the Twin Adder both. You've done Gridani a great service this day, lass, and earned yourself a place of honor here at Druthers in so doing. Be sure and come by whenever you feel like a drop of Kakiran firewater. How about never? A simple gift. Buscarron has something he wants delivered to the Sylphs. Say, friend, there's something I'd like to ask you see delivered to the Sylphs of Little Solace. This Azema rose oil. It's a gift to celebrate the safe returning of the tribe's elder and a token of Gridani's desire to unite. The wood is not what it once was. The calamity changed the elementals, weakened them. Until their strength is returned, we must lend them ours to keep the woods safe. But ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength as Sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together will we survive together, and the 12s would with us. The gift I ask you to bear is a symbol of the hope that both Gridanian and Sylph alike will live to see the light beyond this darkness. Do-do-do-do. A gift from Walking One Buscarron? A gift for these ones? Such a lovely scent. This one has never smelled anything like this before. Walking One, Buscarron, and Adventuring One are very kind. Know that this one is deeply grateful. Many Walking Ones are scary. Many Walking Ones utter many lies and much deception, but this one is moved. Let all these ones be friends forever. Money. Believe in your Sylph. Camuxio wants to discuss peace with Frixio. This one has been expecting Walking One. This one fetches Elder One. This one is pleased to see Walking One again. Welcome to the home of these ones. Ah, there you are, Amber. We have just been hearing tell of your deeds of daring do. Well done. Ah, the Walking Ones who aided Neuraxia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. If you do not mind my asking, how did your misadventure come about? This one does not mind. The misadventures, as Walking One calls them, of this one began when Imperial Ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial Ones closely. But these ones watched too closely, and Imperial Ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Toto-Rak. Would that this one had not. In Toto-Rak, a sinister one robed in black tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. A sinister one robed in black? Why do I have the feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? Elder Frixio, we come to you as emissaries of the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the word of the Elder Seedseer. This one sees, so Walking Ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramuh. Plainly put, yes, your people summoned the Lord of Levin but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if the Gridania dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends, and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Seedseer wrote to you. This one well knows and respects Horned One Kani-sana. Be assured, like Walking Ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Ramuh to protect the wood from Imperial Ones. This one counseled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one's wishes, Lord Ramuh was summoned, and all those ones who took part became touched ones. These ones want so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did know how. So this one fled to Little Solace with all those ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramuh. But Walking Ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones or Lord Ramuh. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramuh is not callous and cruel. So long as Walking Ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, where touched ones reside, Walking Ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one would speak instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desire peace with Walking Ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. By way of an addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question. In the case of the Sylphs, Ramuh's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile towards trespassers. But what about the abductions? A fine question, Yida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered Sylph's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold, a timely reminder that the challenges posed by each primal are unique. Elder Phrixio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the Sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see that these feelings are conveyed to Horn One, Kani-sana. And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. The Sylph Elder is very reasonable, I must say. You could learn a lot from him. Him? Was that a jibe? If so, I feel it only fair to observe that one of us wouldn't recognize reason if it punched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Oof. Anyway, we're gonna head back to the Waking Sands and tell Minfilia all about it. Fear not, we will be sure to mention the instrumental part you played in all of this, and while we see to that, we should appreciate it if you would deliver Phrixio's missive to the Adder's Nest. Elder Phrixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. The honor is this one's. Together let the walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Please wait, Walking One Amber. This one has yet to give Walking One a token of this one's appreciation. When these ones summoned Lord Ramu, these ones were gifted with this crystal. This one would now bestow the crystal upon Walking One as a symbol of these one's trust. Oh, I'm going to hear Fink Thiel over him. This one was not mistaken about Walking One. Walking One is destined to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. A brilliant light from within Walking One enveloped the crystal this one saw. Mark this one well. That crystal will one day be of use to Walking One. Walking One must keep that crystal safe at all times. Before Walking One returns to Gridania, this one would ask Walking One to watch Touched Ones. So long as Touched Ones are not troubled, Touched Ones will not make trouble. If Walking One witnesses Touched Ones making no trouble, mayhap Walking One can testify to Walking Ones of Gridania that these ones mean no harm. These ones' homeland is fraught with danger. This one marks down safe places to look out for Touched Ones. It'll be less of a danger if I switch to Paladin. And equip some of that new gear that I got. Okay, one piece. Better than nothing. And slash lookout. There are tempered sylphs in the distance. You do not sense that they pose a danger if left alone. Oh, I have to go this way. Ah, if it isn't Amber, how went the meeting with the Sylphs? Here you go. A message from the Sylph Elder himself, if I may. So the Sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramuh. And so long as we leave the Tempered Ones be, we need not fear any aggression on their part. The Elder Seats here will be overjoyed to hear that the Sylphs have welcomed our overtures, and in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources towards tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. You have done this nation a great service, my friend. On behalf of all Gridanians, I give you my thanks. Back from the wood, Commander Hilwas appears to have more to say. The Sylphic folk have long been friends of Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them pained the Elder Seeds here to no end. But owing to your effort, she will be able to rest easier. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. Had the signs of the seventh dawn not offered to mediate between our peoples, suspicion and doubt may well have led us into needless conflict. Pray pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. Hello, Amber, can you hear me? It is I, Minfilia. Yida and Papalimo returned some little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done! Yet the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest convenience. I would apprise you of the present situation in person. And see, this is why it takes me a while to edit stuff out, because I make stupid mistakes like that. Hi, short stuff. Well, if it isn't my favorite adventurer, welcome back, Amber. Lady Minfilia awaits you within the solar. Please enter at your leisure. I am given to understand that the matter of Ramuh has finally been resolved. I fear resolved bespeaks a permanence we cannot rightly claim, yet I am well satisfied that the Lord of Leven will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough. Thancred is sparing no effort. They are many and one, just as you suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still. I see. I have been meaning to ask, but is Alice quite well? I feel as if I have scarcely seen her in recent days. Oh, you haven't, and nor have I, alas. Alice has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl, but you may be assured that her destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust the Baldessian report will serve you well. I take it we can proceed as discussed? Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act. It is good to see you again, Amber. I have been looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph in the Twelswood. Owing to your efforts, conflict has been averted. Truly, you have done the Scions proud. With that, we can strike Ramuh from the list. So, who's next? The Sahagin and Leviathan? The Lord of the Wall has not answered his minions' call of late, nor is he expected to do so in the near future. While the Sahagin remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices, for a time, at least. For a time bears repeating. We can ill afford to fall complacent. It is as Yutola says, unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty when next a primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on Titan? The Maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long, you may depend upon it. Indeed, so, then of all the known primals that have been active in recent times, we are left with Gridania. Wait, I meant Garuda. Who is the primal of the Ixal who live near Gridania? Yes, that's what I meant. So many moms to cover. Would that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, he should not long have wanted for a more practicable solution. She's not wrong there, huh? Where in the world are you, Chief? But one sure step at a time. Henceforth, the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the Sylphs under the sage guidance of the Seedseers. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You have earned it. Yeah, respite never lasts long. You're not going to let me go, are you? Is there something else, Amber? Yeah, I'm not getting paid enough. Beg pardon? A man named La Habrea, sporting a red mask and robed in black? 12 preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Asians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off their veil of secrecy now? Gods, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present lull in primal hostilities and investigate this La Habrea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. I dread to think... Eek! Spider? Teteroon! We'll save you from the spider. Let me guess, it's a cabbage. She's never seen her salad fly before it, I take it. A Sylph in Thanalan? At long last, this one finds Walking One Amber. This one is most dependable of these ones, is sent by Elder One Frixio to help Walking Ones. This one is called Neuraxia. This one comes as a friend. Let these ones be friends. Pleasure to meet you, Neuraxia. So while I'm heading back to finish my conversation with Minfilia, I'll thank you all for joining me for this installment of my Final Fantasy XIV story playthrough. I hope it was enjoyable, aside from my poor job at voice acting. As always, feel free to give feedback in the comments below or just to say hi. I may not respond, but I do read all of my comments. Feel free to follow the links to my socials below and drop by Twitch to say hi. Tap the sub button if you want to see what I'm up to on YouTube. And as always, thanks for watching and I hope you all take care. I hope to see you guys for the next video, and until then, stay safe and ciao.